Have you noticed it lately? You wake up, not quite rested. You move a little slower getting out of bed. That fire in your belly, the drive you used to have, it's just not there. You might brush it off and say, it's just part of getting older. But deep down you wonder, is this really how it's supposed to be? You used to feel sharp, focused, alive. You had energy to take on the day, desire that felt natural, and a sense of strength that didn't waver. Now, you're watching those things slip away, one quiet day at a time. But what if I told you, you don't have to accept that? What if there was something incredibly simple you could do, just twice a day, to help bring your testosterone levels closer to what they were in your 20s? Not a gimmick, not a miracle pill, but a real shift, backed by science and used by men who've decided not to surrender their energy or their masculinity to a calendar. You see, as we age, they don't warn us about this part. No one sits you down and says, "Hey, just so you know, your hormones will start drifting and it'll feel like you're fading." Instead, you start losing your edge, your motivation, and maybe worst of all, your confidence in your own body. And it hits everything: your sleep, your drive, your relationship, even how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to stay that way. You can wake up feeling strong again. You can take back your energy. And it all starts with knowing what your body truly needs, and how to give it that, naturally. In today's video, we're going to walk through 5 powerful habits, including one simple routine done twice a day, that support testosterone naturally, especially for men over 60. Some of these tips are shockingly easy. In fact, one of them might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now. So stay with me, because what you'll hear in the next few minutes could change how you age, and how you feel, for good. And hey, if you've ever tried boosting your energy or intimacy after 60, drop a quick comment below and say, "Still got it!" I want to know you're out there, still pushing, still striving. And if you believe that growing older doesn't mean growing weaker, subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute, where we bring you real, powerful tools to age with dignity, strength, and wisdom. Now, let's talk about how to bring your testosterone back to life. Let's start with number 1, morning sunlight exposure. Picture this. Tom is 67 years old. He's been retired for a few years now. Most days, he wakes up, pours a cup of coffee, sits by the window, maybe watches the news or scrolls through his phone. He rarely steps outside unless he absolutely has to. For a while, he couldn't figure out why he was feeling tired all the time, mentally foggy, low on energy, and just not himself. One day, after talking with a friend, he decided to try something different. No big changes, just 10 minutes outside in the morning. That's it. No running, no gym, just walking in the early sunlight. Within a couple of weeks, something started to shift. He was sleeping better. His mood picked up. And most noticeably, he began feeling more alive. Like someone had turned the volume back up on his energy. Now, you might be wondering, how could something that simple make that kind of difference? Here's what's really going on. Your body runs on a rhythm, your internal clock. It's called your circadian rhythm. When you expose yourself to sunlight first thing in the morning, it signals to your brain, "Wake up! Produce energy. Start the engine." And that sunlight? It helps your body make vitamin D, which isn't just good for your bones. It plays a major role in testosterone production. Low vitamin D levels are directly linked to low testosterone. That's not a theory. It's been proven over and over again in studies. Without enough vitamin D, your hormones drift. Your energy crashes. Your drive fades. Now you might be thinking, I take vitamin D supplements. Doesn't that cover it? Here's the truth. Supplements can help, but they're not a full replacement. Your body absorbs natural sunlight differently and more effectively. The combination of full-spectrum light, fresh air, and movement, even just a light stroll, wakes your body up in ways pills never will. It's not just about what you take. It's about how your body feels and functions in response to the world around you. And this doesn't need to be complicated. You don't have to move to the beach or change your entire routine. Just step outside for 10 to 20 minutes every morning, ideally before 10 a.m. No sunglasses, no hat pulled down low. Let that morning light reach your skin and your eyes. It's your body's natural switch. It tells your system, it's time to show up. And trust me, once you make this a habit, you'll notice the change. It's like giving your day a strong handshake right from the start. But of course, sunlight alone won't carry the whole load. Because while light sets the rhythm, what you put into your body throughout the day matters just as much. Let's talk about that next. Now that your body's soaking in the morning light, let's move on to number 2, the twice-a-day nutrient ritual. Let me tell you about James. He's 72, widowed, and living alone in a quiet suburb. For the longest time, he felt like he was running on fumes, barely making it through the day without a nap, dragging his feet, losing interest in things he used to love. His doctor ran tests and found that, like so many men his age, his testosterone levels were in steady decline. No big surprise, right? But here's where it gets interesting. James didn't go the prescription route. Instead, he started doing something simple. Something a little odd, even. He began drinking a small, nutrient-rich tonic twice a day, once in the morning right after waking up, and again just before bed. It wasn't anything fancy, just a mix of natural ingredients stirred into warm water. It didn't taste great, he said with a chuckle, but he kept at it. After a few weeks, things changed. He was sleeping deeper. His energy returned. And his next round of blood work? His testosterone levels had improved, naturally. His doctor was shocked. But James wasn't. He knew something was working, and he stuck with it. So what's the science behind this? It comes down to the right nutrients, taken at the right time. There are a few key players in the hormone world. Zinc, magnesium, ashwagandha. These aren't just buzzwords. They're essential for keeping your body's natural testosterone production in balance. Zinc is like the ignition switch. Magnesium supports sleep and recovery. Ashwagandha? That one helps your body manage stress. And lowering stress hormones, like cortisol, can make room for testosterone to rise. But here's what most men get wrong. They either take a handful of supplements all at once, hoping for a quick fix, or they skip them altogether because they're unsure what to take or when. But the secret isn't just in the ingredients, it's in the timing. By taking your nutrient support in 2 smaller doses, spaced out in the morning and evening, your body absorbs them more gently, more effectively. You're not flooding your system and hoping something sticks. You're feeding it in rhythm. You're giving your body what it needs, when it's most ready to receive it. So how do you actually do this? You can create what I like to call a testosterone tonic. It's a simple drink with real benefits. Here's a great starting point. Warm water, not hot, half a lemon, freshly squeezed a pinch of Himalayan salt for minerals, magnesium glycinate. Gentle and highly absorbable, a scoop of high-quality greens powder to cover your micronutrient bases, and if your doctor gives the green light, add ashwagandha root powder. Just a small amount, drink 1 serving after you wake up, and the second about an hour before bed. No caffeine, no sugar. Just pure support for your body. And yes, it may taste a little strange at first, but your body? It'll thank you for it. Because this isn't just about raising numbers on a lab test. It's about restoring how you feel in your own skin. It's about energy, vitality, presence. You've now set the stage. Your body's clock is running strong from the sunlight, and you're fueling it with what it truly needs to stay balanced. But even with the best nutrition, there's still something many men overlook. Something that's quietly working against their testosterone every single day. Let's talk about the one thing that could be silently draining your levels without you even realizing it. Let's keep moving forward with number 3, evening screen detox. George is 68. He's retired, lives with his wife, and most nights, like so many of us, he winds down with a little screen time. Maybe it's a few episodes of a show, maybe scrolling through social media, watching the news, or playing a game on his tablet. It's his routine. He climbs into bed, turns on the glow, and spends the last hour or 2 of his day staring at that screen. But here's the thing. George has been struggling. He's not sleeping well. He wakes up feeling groggy, foggy, and unrest. His mood's been up and down. His energy? Almost non-existent. And intimacy? It's becoming rare, almost like it takes too much effort just to feel connected. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older. But then, after a visit to his doctor and a conversation with his son, he made a simple change. No screens before bed. That's it. 1 hour before lights out, he shut everything down. No phone. No tablet. No TV. Just peace and quiet. He started reading, listening to calming music, or simply talking with his wife. And the results? Within 2 weeks, his sleep deepened. His energy lifted. His testosterone levels started to bounce back. So what's happening here? It's all about blue light, the kind of light your screen gives off. Blue light tells your brain, it's daytime. It suppresses melatonin, which is your body's natural sleep hormone. And at the same time, it raises cortisol, your stress hormone. So instead of winding down and preparing for restorative sleep, your body's being tricked into staying alert. Now think about that for a second. Testosterone isn't just built during the day, it's restored at night, especially during deep sleep. If you're not sleeping well, you're not producing it properly. And if your stress hormones are too high, that testosterone doesn't stand a chance. Yet, we often hear, "Oh, a little TV won't hurt. It helps me relax." But in truth, it's like telling your brain to wake up, right when it's supposed to rest and recover. So what can you do? Start with a simple 1-hour screen break before bed. Not 2, not 3, just 1. Set a timer if you need to. Use that time to read something inspiring, listen to soft music, do some light stretching, or just breathe. Let your body ease into stillness. And if you're someone who needs a bit of structure, consider a wind-down ritual. Dim the lights. Sip on a warm, caffeine-free herbal tea. Do 5 minutes of deep breathing. This helps lower cortisol and tells your brain it's time to shut down the day. It might feel awkward at first. You might feel the urge to reach for your phone out of habit. But stick with it. The change in your sleep, in your energy, in your clarity the next day, it's worth it. Because when you detox from the screen, you're giving your hormones a real chance to reset. And you're making space for the kind of rest that actually builds testosterone. Of course, none of these strategies would be complete without talking about the one thing that men tend to underestimate as they age: movement. Let's dive into one simple but powerful way to reignite your testosterone without needing a gym membership or fancy equipment. Let's keep this going with number 4. Compound movements with purpose. Fred is 70. He's never been a fan of gyms. Too loud, too crowded, too many mirrors. For years, he avoided exercise altogether, thinking walking around the block every now and then was good enough. But he still felt stiff, slow, and a little disconnected from his own body. That is, until his grandson came over one weekend with a simple suggestion. "Grandpa, just try this with me. 10 squats, 5 push-ups, that's it." At first, Fred laughed. "I'm not a teenager anymore," he said. But he gave it a try anyway. No equipment, just his body. 10 squats. 5 wall push-ups. The next day, he did it again. And again. After a week, he noticed something. He was getting out of bed with more ease. His joints felt looser. He was sleeping better. And even more surprising, he felt younger, stronger, more alert, more in control. You see, testosterone doesn't just respond to diet or sleep. It responds to effort. Especially physical effort that comes from compound movements, the kind that use multiple muscle groups at once. We're talking squats, push-ups, rows, lunges. Movements that mimic real life, build strength, and signal to your body, "Hey, we're still using this machine. Let's keep it running strong." Here's the science. Compound exercises create hormonal demand. That means your body responds to the effort by producing more testosterone. Even short bursts of movement, just 5 minutes, can trigger that response. Now, let's clear something up. You do not need to be lifting heavy weights or spending hours in a gym. In fact, for older men, too much intense training can backfire, elevating stress hormones and lowering testosterone. The key isn't to exhaust your body, it's to activate it, consistently and purposefully. So what's a realistic solution? Try this. 5 minutes of full body movement twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. That's it. Start simple. 10 bodyweight squats. Even using a chair if needed. 10 wall push-ups. Gentler on the joints, but still effective. 15 seconds of slow marching in place. Knees up, arms swinging, or add resistance bands for a bit of controlled tension. If you can't do it all at once, break it up. 1 move in the morning, 1 later on. Just keep moving. This isn't about muscle for vanity. It's about muscle for vitality, for balance, for bone health, for hormone support. It's about telling your body that you still demand strength, mobility, and function, and your body listens. Fred didn't become a bodybuilder, but now he climbs stairs without thinking. He plays with his grandson without feeling winded. He feels present in his own body again. That's the goal. And finally, there's one more habit. It's subtle, often ignored, but incredibly powerful. Something that connects the body and the mind, and can shift not only your hormone levels, but your entire outlook. Let's wrap up with a surprising daily habit that changes everything. Now let's finish strong with number 5, deep breathing and stress control. Mark is 74. A quiet man, once full of life, who after losing his wife, found himself overwhelmed by grief, anxiety, and the weight of too many sleepless nights. His body ached, his appetite disappeared, and his energy completely vanished. Doctors told him it was just stress, but it felt like so much more. He felt like a dim version of who he used to be. But one afternoon, during a community health class, he was introduced to something incredibly simple: deep, intentional breathing. No pills. No machines. Just breath. At first, it felt silly. How could something this simple help? He thought. But he gave it a shot. 5 minutes in the morning. 5 before bed. He started with a method called box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. Over and over, like a rhythm. And slowly, things began to change. His heart rate calmed. His thoughts settled. He felt more grounded. And within weeks, he noticed something unexpected. His energy was back. His sleep improved. His motivation returned. He felt alive again. Here's what's happening inside. When you're under chronic stress, your body produces cortisol, your stress hormone. Cortisol is like a thief in the night. It steals from your testosterone reserves, blocking its production and messing with your hormonal balance. The more stress you carry, the harder it is for your body to maintain healthy T levels. But deep breathing? That's your reset button. Intentional breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and repair mode. It calms the heart, lowers cortisol, and sends a powerful message to your entire system. You are safe. You can relax. It's time to heal. And when cortisol drops, guess what rises? Testosterone. Still, many people brush this off. Breathing? That's too basic. But think about it, your breath is with you every moment of your life. It's not just about oxygen, it's about communication with your body. Every shallow breath tells your body to stay in fight or flight. Every deep breath tells it to slow down, to recover, to rebuild. So what can you do today? Make it a ritual. Twice a day, morning and night, 5 minutes of box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold again for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle, slowly, with intention. Don't force it, just feel it. Let the breath do the work. Do it while sitting on the edge of your bed, or while watching the sunrise from your porch. Let it be a moment of stillness in your day. Because this small act, something so simple, has the power to reset your nervous system, lower the stress that's silently draining your strength, and allow your body to do what it was designed to do, restore itself. Now, take a moment. You've just walked through 5 powerful habits. They're not fads. They're not shortcuts. They're timeless practices rooted in how the body truly functions, how it heals, how it balances, and how it thrives, even after 60. Let's take all of this and bring it together, emotionally, personally. So it becomes not just information, but transformation. It's hard, feeling your body slow down, watching yourself change. The mirror reflects a version of you that feels unfamiliar some days. You remember how it used to be, the drive, the strength, the spark? And now, maybe it feels like you're chasing shadows of the past. But hear this, you are not broken. You are not too far gone, too old, or too late. You're still here, breathing, thinking, listening, wanting more. And that alone means you still have power. There's a quiet strength that comes with age, a kind of wisdom that younger men haven't earned yet. You've lived. You've fought battles, raised families, built legacies. And now, even if the road feels heavier, you're still capable of change. What you once believed were signs of decline are now opportunities. Fatigue? That's your body whispering for balance. Mood swings? Your hormones waving a flag, asking for your attention. Reduced intimacy? It's not the end of connection, it's the beginning of a new kind of presence, deeper and more intentional. Now you have tools. You have knowledge. And more importantly, you have hope. And hope, when paired with action, becomes transformation. So tonight, don't overthink it. Just go for a 10-minute walk. Let the evening air hit your skin. Let your lungs fill. Let your feet move with purpose. And while you walk, just notice how it feels to choose yourself again. Tomorrow morning, start your day with that testosterone tonic. A simple mix, a small ritual, but a powerful act of care. And when the sun rises, let it touch your face. Just 15 minutes. That warmth is your ally. Then breathe. Just breathe. You don't need a complicated routine. You don't need a pharmacy. You don't even need a gym. You need you, more fully. Present. Awake. Engaged. Because every moment you choose to nourish yourself, whether through movement, stillness, breath, or sunlight, you're not just surviving, you're reclaiming something that belongs to you. Your energy, your confidence, your intimacy. You might feel alone in this journey, but you're not. There are men just like you, men waking up to the truth that aging isn't the end, it's a transition. One that can be met with courage and action, not surrender. No matter your age, your energy and spirit are worth fighting for. Every small act of care for your body is a step back toward vitality. A signal to yourself and the world that you still have a life to live, and you're going to live it well. So don't wait for some future version of yourself to feel better. Start now. Start here. Because you're not trying to be 25 again. You're trying to be the strongest, clearest, most alive version of who you are today. And that's more than enough. So, let's take a moment to bring it all together. You've just taken in 5 simple, powerful habits that can help you naturally boost your testosterone, without pills, without gimmicks, and without chasing youth. Let's recap what we've covered today. First, start your mornings with sunlight. It's not just light. It's a signal to your body to wake up, to produce, to thrive. Second, add that twice-a-day nutrient ritual. That small tonic, packed with magnesium, minerals, and greens, tells your system, I care about you. Third, create an evening screen detox. Your brain needs darkness to rest, to reset, and to build the hormones you need to feel alive tomorrow. Fourth, get your body moving with simple compound movements. No gyms. No machines. Just your body, your floor, and 5 minutes of purpose. And fifth, slow down with deep breathing. It's not just air. It's a direct line to your nervous system. When you breathe deeply, you're telling your body, you're safe. You can heal. You can grow again. Each of these, on their own, is powerful. But together, they create a rhythm. A daily, repeatable rhythm that supports your testosterone, your clarity, your energy, and your overall well-being. Now let me ask you something personal. Which of these habits are you going to try first? Is it the morning sun? The tonic? Or maybe you've already been doing one, and it's working for you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's learn from each other. We're building more than a channel. We're building a tribe of strong, wise men who are choosing health and vitality at every age. And if you found even one moment in this video that resonated with you, if something sparked a memory, if you felt hope, then do me a small favor. Hit that like button. It helps others like you find this message. And subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute, because this journey isn't over. We've got so much more to uncover together. This space is here for you, for honest conversations, science-backed solutions, and the kind of support that honors the experience of aging without accepting decline. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to listen, to learn, and to keep moving forward. Stay strong. Stay curious. And remember, your best years? They might not be behind you. They might be right in front of you, waiting for you to step into them. I'll see you in the next one.